Our next speaker is Chanda Park. Chanda is works with the Mothers Against Drunk Driving and is a survivor herself. Chanda, please come up.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chanda Park, and I was asked by Teresa to come and speak to all of you this morning. So I thank you for having this opportunity to share my story and to be the voice of my daughter. So I'm a mother of 3, and the picture that you see here is my oldest daughter, Azalea Park. And on December 18, 2020, and they had their first light show at the Stadium Mall. And she had, I believe it was the last reservation. So she was with 3 other friends. And she was in the crosswalk near the Ice Palace side. And she never made it to the light show. There was a drunk driver speeding. And she was hit in the crosswalk. He fled the scene. And luckily there was a good Samaritan that chased him down and brought him back to the scene. I'm not sure why I was still awake that evening, but this happened shortly before midnight. And at 12:37 a.m., I got a call from her best friend. Saying, "Auntie, Zaylee was hit and she's in critical condition. She's in the ambulance right now on her way to Queens." So I rushed over to the hospital. And in my mind, nobody thinks that a parent's worst nightmare is going to happen to them. It's just something that happens to other people, something you see on the news, things that you read in the newspaper, but never in my whole entire life would I ever imagine that this would happen to me. And I got to the hospital thinking, she was going to be okay. I walked in the room, spoke to her. I was like, "Zaylee, mommy's here. It's okay. Everything's going to be okay." And the emergency room doctor came in the room right away. I didn't even see her face. She didn't even introduce herself, just came right behind me and said, "She's not going to make it." So I'm just here today to support in any way that I can for all victims. And with everything that I'm going through, I want to help others not to go through the same thing. I don't want other parents to have to suffer the way I've been suffering and my family. My son is only 15 and Azalea was 8 years older. And she was just an amazing sister. And every day as I sit in my sadness, my son Lincoln sits in his anger. Every day that I look at his face, I can tell that he doesn't know how to get past that anger. And it's something that we have to deal with every single day. It's been almost a year and a half. And it doesn't get easier. In fact, the more time that goes by, it almost seems that it gets harder and harder. Nothing has happened yet, in the court system. Just something recently, about 2 weeks ago, I got an email from the advocate letting me know who the prosecutor is, letting me know that Jason Boy Abad was getting arrested. The bail was set for just only $15,000. And even at $15,000, the judge dropped it down to $5,000.
So obviously he made bail, he's out. In the following week, which was last week, it was the arraignment week. And so it's just right now, it's a waiting game. And with anything that has to do, you know, with the court system, the proceedings, like I don't know where to turn to. So that I'm glad that I had the opportunity to come here and share Azalea's story and maybe receive, you know, ongoing support that I need and that so many other people need as well. And I'm glad that I came across Teresa and, you know, organizations like MADD that can help me and so many other people in this process. And with that, I just want to stand up with her and with other people so that, you know, we can do more work in the community to help educate people, to raise awareness, to help this be preventable, because this is 100% preventable. I understand when he woke up that morning, he didn't have any intention to kill my daughter. However, every single day and every second of every single day, we have choices, we make choices. And that day, he chose to drink and he chose to get behind the wheel. And because of that, my daughter is gone. Shortly before this happened, we had a conversation. She was only 21. And I was just talking about the future, but I'm not sure why we were even talking about it. I asked her, I said, Zaylee, do you ever plan on having kids? I said, of course not now, but do you ever want a family? Do you want to have kids? And she said, of course, Mom. Of course I do. And it was just earlier that week that I seen her. And I would never have a part of her in that way. I would never have grandchildren from her because she was taken so young. So any way that I can stand up for other people, please let me know. You can contact me directly. You can reach out to Teresa. I am here. I started a nonprofit called Safe Ride Hawaii, I'm rallying up volunteers. I've been working with many people since this happened. And it's a service to bring drivers that are under the influence home safely along with their cars so that people truly have no excuses. So if you want to reach out to me, I'd be more than happy to speak to anyone. So again, thank you for your time this morning and thank you for having me.
And listening to Chanda's comments, it reminds me one of the most important features and purposes for this event is to ensure that survivors and victims are not forgotten. You see around me today on these tables hands with names on them. These were made back, I believe, in 2003 at a similar event that was held at the same location. And everyone had an opportunity to write the name of a victim that they knew on the hand. And I've saved them all these years because I don't want these people to be forgotten. And we will not forget your daughter Azalea. All of us must make sure that none of those who left us as a result of crime are forgotten. That's part of our secret duty.